Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jess Creates, and today I have a 8.5 by 11 scrapbook layout for you. This layout is inspired by Megan Anderson's Nerd Nest challenge, which this month is compare and contrast. So I've been looking through some old photos lately from my childhood, and I decided to kind of compare and contrast me now at almost 30 to me when I was little at about 3 years old. So I wrote a letter to myself at 3. So I've just cut down some pattern paper, and I didn't want to use the whole sheet of it, so I've cut out the inside part of it just to use it as a border. So I'm just adding some plain white card to the card that I've cut out, which is from the Wild Whisper Focus on You collection. So these are the photos that I'm using, and I've printed off my journaling onto a photo paper. So it's just 6x4 like the others. I've been doing Tracy Claiborne's Journal Your Life class, which is really helping me to tell the stories that are important to me and include more detail in my stories. So that's kind of been my inspiration for doing some of these more detailed journaling stories. What I wanted to do was to create a traditional scrapbook layout. This is actually the first time that I've done 8.5 by 11 size, and then I commented on social media that I didn't have any page protectors or an album for it to go in, and somebody said that quite a few people in the UK tend to do similar size layouts but doing them A4 so they can slip them into just plastic wallets in a normal ring binder. But I didn't think of that when I was doing this, so this one's slightly too big, but what I'm going to do is do them kind of that size from now on, because I actually did really enjoy doing this style layout. This is the first time I've ever done it, so I am just using some of the papers from the Like Forever March kit. That kit is going to be almost all gone soon, just to back my photos on. I'm going through some of my little bits of ephemera. That one is actually one that I've created from one of the Heidi Swap stamps, the floral stamps, and I've just coloured it in with coloured pencils and then fussy cut it out. So I'm going to use that on this page with the camera and the heart that says love you. I don't actually end up using that young, wild and free on that picture, just because at 3 years old I wasn't actually all that wild. So now I'm just thinking about adding a title onto it, but then I decided that I couldn't really fit that piece in anywhere. The photos and the journaling take up more room than I had anticipated and that style of tag just didn't quite fit with the rest of the pieces, so I ended up not using that. But then I found this review from the Ali Edwards kit called Review that I wanted to use, because I'm kind of looking back at me when I was younger, so I'm just moving some things around. I'm trying to decide what kind of things I'm going to use. This is also from the Review Ali Edwards story kit, and I couldn't quite get it off with the backing paper on, which I like to do so that I can move it around before I decide to stick anything down. You'll notice that I like to be completely sure before I start doing any sticking, so I do a lot of moving around, shuffling things to different places. So I tend to cut out stickers with the backing still on to decide where I'm going to put it, but that one I just needed to cut out with the craft knife just to keep that bit of backing on it. So yeah, these are a few photos of me when I was little. There's one of me on my first holiday in Centre Parks, and one in a pretty dress that I had, one set reading with my grandpa, and one in my grandma's house listening to some music. And I've used, I think it's Recollections washi tape that my friend Sarah gave me, so I've just used a strip of that just to separate the pieces of the layout, and then I'm just sticking everything else down. And I've decided not to use that piece in the end. It's kind of dark, doesn't quite match with the rest of the ephemera, so I'm just using some La-di-da gold foil stickers just to do a bit of embellishing. And I'm quite happy with how this layout turned out. I'm definitely going to do this or a similar size again. I've actually got a few other similar themed layouts to do. This one is me at 30 comparing me at 3. I also want to do me at 30 comparing me at 13 and me at 23 as well. So I'm going to do those soon, I think. There I had a tiny red sticker that said, "Dear self, today you will be amazing," or "you will shine," or something like that, and I decided to cut out just the bit that says "Dear self." And then I'm just sticking some other tiny red stickers on, and then there was one that said "Be good," but it just seemed to be on quite a big piece, so I just cut a little bit off that as well to make it sort of the same size as the "Dear self" sticker. So I'm just adding that on and trying to decide where to put that, and this is when I decide that I'm not going to use that dark piece that was from the review Audiobook Story Kit. And then I'm just using a bit of the ephemera from, I think it was Project Life Fresh Edition, Project Life Fresh ephemera, and I've just cut that in half so that I can use the two little parts of it so it kind of continues the pattern, and just end up putting that up there. My camera angle has gone a little bit squiffy. I think I must have knocked my tripod, so I'm sorry about that. Just sticking everything down now. I think that's the last little bit. And there's my completed layout. So thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and do subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos. There's Project Life videos, different sizes, scrapbook videos, and Traveller's Notebook scrapbook videos as well. And you can also check out my blog for close-up photos and more in-depth writing. So that's jessclarecreates.wordpress.com. Thanks for watching.